Underrated Movies. I'm your guy. I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. And today I'm going to talk to you about another film I saw a couple months ago, back in March, I think it came out. T.I.'s West X, starring Brittany Snow, Mia Goth, and who else is in that? Those are the only two actresses I am aware of that's in this film. It's a story set during the 70s of a porno film group or film crew going out into the unknown out of nowhere to film a porn movie at a old couple's farmhouse. There's tension that kind of goes along there when they're making the film, of course, obviously, and could be that the elder couples might be trying to kill him. Yeah. Very inventive premise for a horror film, and in fact, this is something I've been wanting to watch for a long time. A concept kind of a little bit outrageous, but something I could actually see it happening with a bloody good time. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this film was a bloody good time. And I could tell you this is probably one of my favorite films of this year. Probably one of my favorite films this year. This film tributes to the old school slasher films back in the 70s. And this filmmaker, T.I. West, who I've seen a few of his work from his segments in VHS. And I think he did another film. What's another film? His love for horror really shows here. And this guy knows what he's doing when it comes to paying tribute to those classic horror films. These characters are fleshed out more so than what I've ever thought it was going to be. This is actually more of a dark comedy. And I've seen a few of his work of T.I. West. What I really like about his writing is that he is able to mix dark humor into his horror films, and some of those of the humor, the way that he writes it, can be relatable to a lot of people, for a lot of audiences, even for me. And what's really good about it is that he'll write characters that are unlikable, or you might not like them, but you can understand and relate to them and their behavior. And I can tell you right now, there's some funny things in here that goes along in here and makes it cringeworthy, but it's not because of the scene. It's just because how well the characters are written, and then the situations that they're getting themselves in, which is very funny. I ain't gonna lie, I had a great time with this movie, and there are some moments in here where there are some creeping, especially the antagonists, the couple, the elderly couple. They're crazy evil. Really, the one who's really running the strings about it is probably the girl, elder character, Pearl, who pretty much wants everybody dead out of jealousy, because her unable to, I would say, her jealousy of this character is extremely jealousy of not feeling pretty enough, comparing herself to others, deeply insecure. She gives that vibe off a lot. And surprisingly, what a surprise fact that I found out about it, that Mia Goth plays Pearl, and she plays one of the leads in this film. So she's basically, the actress is basically the star of the whole film. She's playing two characters, and Mia Goth, I have to be honest, she is an underrated actress. She is great. She is great. She is one of those. I don't know if she does method acting, which, but she's phenomenal in this film. She's freaking phenomenal, playing two characters, and she's able to distinguish the two, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. She is a masterclass actress that I've ever seen, especially here. And there's actually another film that she's also good in here, good in there. The gores here are fantastic. Not like gory, but it's like bloody. And I'm gonna tell you right now, they are. It's crazy good. The thrills, the build up to the thrills is crazy good. Now it does take up a little bit of time, and I actually like that it kind of takes up time. It's kind of like the pacing for Halloween a little bit, where it takes up time to kind of build up. But I think it centers too much on the characters and kind of getting to know them in their little fiasco that they're trying to do. It does set up, it does take its time, maybe a little bit too long to get to the killing aspect of it, but you're there with the characters for so long, and the situations that kind of dive into it, you really get invested in it. There's one character I was kind of like flipping out, where him and spoiler, him and his girl are part of the production crew. They're not in the film, but the girl decides later on in the film that she wants to be a part of the film, and the guy was like, man, not cool. I wouldn't be in that position. But what was really great, what I've noticed about it, that T.I. actually tried to make the film look like those old school slasher movies. And sometimes it actually feels like that. He actually nails it. The tone, the graininess of trying to make the film look like those 1970 horror films. It's a pretty well made horror film. It is one of those movies where you start at the end and you're reflecting back of how it all kind of went out. And it ends kind of in a bookend, similar to that way. And the antagonist, this is motivation. You do understand her, the couple's motivation of why they're doing the things that they're doing, and it's a little bit crazy, but you understand, and it's actually kind of heartbreaking at the same time, but it's also scary. But I can tell you, I had a great time with this film. It's one of the best slasher films, horror films I've seen in a while. And shoot, little of a spoiler. There's a trailer. There's a bitty sneak peek trailer at the end of this, in the credits. For those who hasn't seen it, I don't know if it's in online when you watch it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there's going to be a sequel to this film, and I've already seen the sequel, and it's already written online that the filmmaker T.I. has come out with a prequel called Pearl, focusing on the origins of that character. And I've seen the film. I had a sneak peek screening of it, but I won't tell you too much about it until I decide to release that video later, and when the movie officially comes out in the theaters. I'll release the video when the movie officially comes out. So when you watch it, it'll be a pre-date record, just to kind of get it out there. But yeah, there is another movie coming out. It's going to be called Pearl, and it is completely different. And what I'm thinking, I think he even T.I. West even initiated that he was going to do a trilogy of films focusing on this event of involving X and the character of Pearl. I don't know about a third film, what he's going to do with that, but they literally filmed Pearl right after X. So that was pretty amazing. So comment below, let me know when that film comes out. I will release my review on it, or what I thought about it. And these movies don't get talked about, pushed enough to check out. Comment below, let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.